Hi everyone, this is Salvi coming to you with some VTuber news today. I do try to get you as much as I can, and of course I do hope I earn a subscription, and I do hope I earn a follow, like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And of course be sure to do that before the video ends, and I do hope that you enjoy the things that I have for you. Anycutter, or as they wanted themselves to be known as, and of course they have up there at the top, an entertainment factory, as they're known, is making some news because they are putting new guidelines out there. They are, as of the 23rd of 2025, putting out new guidelines to screw over clippers, it looks like. They might be starting like a clipper program like Vispo and others do. Not even Hololive does this, where they restrict it so much. Basically, they want to have you be a registered clipper with them in order to do clips of the channels, which is dumb, in my opinion, I think. From what I'm understanding, clarifying the guidelines and other guidelines regarding derivative creative activities must be followed when provided by rights holders other than our company, transitioning to a registration system for the production of posting of cutout videos, clarifying the rules regarding production and posting of cutout videos, basically clips. Please enjoy creating derivative works of our content while adhering to these guidelines. And what someone put on Reddit, this is of course just, someone's opinion, someone's reading of it. They said, then posting this makes me decide to read EN version compared to the new JP guidelines. Article 1, guidelines in relation to derivative works, which, basically anything done with the IP of them. Original works contents regarding the company does not have exclusively own the copyright to. Current EN version, it's probably going to be updated. In order to enjoy secondary creation activities, we will follow the laws of Japan, etc., etc. But what they're doing now is this. These are the guidelines. Basically, the Article 5, production of cutout videos. Basically, they consider clippers cutout videos. You must register in advance for the Niji cutout channel registration form. Will be used as contact information when there's a problem with the contents of the cutout video, or when you ask for posting a cutout video to be deleted. When you post a cutout video, basically, they're getting your information so that they can possibly, and this is the way I'm seeing it, maybe I'm seeing it a little bit too extreme, so they can copyright claim you, copyright strike you. They know exactly who you are, they know exactly where to look for, and if they want to sue you, they know exactly your details because you are registered with them. When producing and posting a cutout video, prohibited to intentionally try to produce following effects by cropping stuff. I mean, this is normal. This part's normal. Don't crop things out to make it seem like out of context. It's happened with Kiata of Hololive before. Talking about a different company, of course, but Hololive has happened before with Kiata. They disseminate false information, lead to damage to honor credibility. This third part, though, can be what it's vague enough where like it can be anything. If you piss them off, they can get you. Any other act producing, posting a cutout video based on recognition, the content of the content may degrade the company or official liver. So yeah, because of the fact you're registered with them now, they can go after you much harder. Text or images containing content that is separate from the original intention, basically, getting things out of context. Violates the various rules stipulated in the guidelines. They determine that is inappropriate. We must delete it, etc. And of course, the company, third party designated by the company, deemed to have granted permission to use the derivative works. They are kind of, like I said, of course they don't want you to sell derivative works unless, and this is another part that kind of sucks. If it's within the range of hobbies, doujinshi derivative works using the comic and the internet. However, the sales act shall not be conducted as a business beyond fan activities. Basically, they don't want you to make a full-out business on their stuff because it interferes with their stuff. It's kind of the same thing that Hololive does and Cover, so it's not really like crazy out there. Figures, kits, etc. Can only be sold to each event organizer at events where the company grants the copyright on the day. So they can possibly still go after you. They are subject to change without notice. Second, creation activity of your own risk. We're not responsible for any trouble caused. Basically, if you get sued by us, we're not responsible for that, I guess. Provisions of the guideline. If the company determines it's necessary, the user stop using contents. Basically, they can request because of the fact that you are now part of that clipping program. that you never use any of their stuff again. Interpretation of the guidelines will be refrained from responding in principle to the company even if you contact us. So yeah, it's basically the Article 5 is the big concern. And also in the beginning, basically they want you to register with them. That's the biggest concern I have with this. This is shooting themselves in the foot, because not even Hololive, as far as I know, cover has a Clipper program like that. There are other places, like I believe Via Lure has a Clipper program, but it's a little bit different in the sense that they're doing it to be able to pay Clippers for doing their stuff, not to big brother, helicopter parent type of watching over what the heck you do, which is what's going to be happening with this Any Color one. It is messing things up. In this one, they don't pay you. They just say, okay, we may not sue you. So that's the big difference here. Other than Via Lure and other small companies like Vispo, etc., trying to pay Clippers, this is different. This is them being like, you're going to register under us, now show us your papers type of thing, which is bad, in my opinion. This is my opinion on it, of course. I am a strange squirrel on the internet. You can take it as you will, but I do want to show you what is out there. Dokibird is a large independent VTuber who, of course, has been known as someone else from another large agency that I will not mention, Company A, if you will. They are someone who has grown a bunch. And with this growth, we have, of course, this is her Twitter. We have this. The Great Dragon has awakened, and she's brought allies for the Night Hunt. Team Purple is here to breathe fire and crush the Night Lords. Zentreya, Dokibird, and Lime Malicious. An 8-team livestream event. It's going to be a hunt and exclusive reveals. As you remember, Night Rain is the new pretty much co-op version of Elden Ring that's coming out with, of course, new stuff. The team captains will be Distortion 2, Luadity, Lil Aggie, Afro Senju, Sykkuno, Will Neff, Fighting Cowboy, and Zentreya with Dokibird on her team. And of course, people from around the world are going to be doing global releases, of course, of Night Rain. This is all to celebrate their Night Rain event. And of course, they've been doing a lot to push this. And of course, you have Team Captain Sykkuno, Garrick, and Raiders. It seems like they are the only VTubers that are going to be doing this from what I can see. All of the other ones seem to be, they all seem to be IRL streamers, as you can tell down here. I'm just scrolling through to kind of give you an idea. It seems like, yes. Oh, maybe Moonski is another one. Moonski looks like maybe another one. But the primary big VTubers are going to be them, yes. So yeah, it looks like the big VTubers to be mentioned here are going to be Dokibird, Lime Malicious, and of course, Zentreya being the team captain. It's going to be on the 28th of May, which is going to be on Wednesday the 28th at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be very fun for everyone involved. And I know both Zentreya, Dokibird, and Lime Malicious, they are going to work as hard as they can to win, but they're going off after some stiff competition. Raindrop Project, a VTuber group, has been ceasing operations or will be ceasing operations on June 1st. What is going on here? They've made an announcement recently, which is this one, which says, we are extremely grateful and honored to have your continued support of Raindrop Project and Eva X this time. To all fans and viewers, with your incredible love and support for our VTuber talents, we cannot thank you enough with showing dedication to the VTuber community. This time around, it is a sudden and hard decision we choose to accept for the future of everyone. This is a translated version, of course. I believe this is all in Japanese, I believe. Or another language, of course, but it has been translated by them. We wholeheartedly would like to announce that Raindrop Project and Eva X will cease operations temporarily, according to their little update that they have here, little blurb that they have on the side, on June 1st. Due to V Mirai management order, basically V Mirai is telling them to cease operations for a little bit. Raindrop Project and Eva X must now abide by the, they say settlement, but I'm guessing the agreement is what they mean there. What this does is that this means that the project under apparently Raindrop Global is going to be ceased for now, at least. And this was on March 18th. Was also suspended their stuff as well on March 18th. It's been a very confusing one for this one. That's why that's why I don't know what's going on with them. Because they did have in February they had Yamato Lexo leave. They had other people leave, and then they had supposedly had ceased operations on March 18th for a bit. And this is the, it's Filipino. Looks like it's Filipino. And this is their notice here that they had, where they were going to be suspending stuff for at least the temporary moment. Unforeseen management issues, and I think the management issues maybe were never fixed. This is what I'm thinking here. They were never fixed. So I think V Mirai, not V4 Mirai, but V Mirai, the people who are, above them and managing them and everything, told them, since you guys can't get this thing fixed, we want you to actually temporarily cease operations in order for this all to fix itself. I don't know what happened between March and May, that they were coming back, supposedly, and then ending again. It's very confusing. But as of right now, the operations will temporarily cease until whatever is being the issue is going to get fixed on June 1st. In a short bit of news here, a bit of interesting stuff happening with Filian, aka Filian is Lost, on Twitter. They had, with a bunch of people here, you can see Squee, sorry for the sudden sound, you can see Squee and others doing a VTuber versus streamers Philly feud with Ludwig, Kaneko Lumi, Aliu X, and more. You can see all the people here. It's Ludwig, of course. You can see, of course, others there. They're all there. Of course, if it will actually show up where I actually want it to, then that'd be great. But yeah, they're all there. Right there. You can see all of them there. Lumi, you of course have, some well-known and not so well-known people. For a lot of people in the VTuber community, the IRL people aren't so well-known. But it is basically a family feud with Philly feud stuff there. And it's just a bunch of, people just being crazy and having lots of fun. This, of course, isn't like a huge bit of news, but they have things like here, name something you might eat with a cracker. And, of course, you have on one side the IRL people, which are on one team, and you have on the right side the VTubers who are Murder Crumpet, Lucy Pyre, Kaneko Lumi, and Filian, trying to figure out what each one of these things is, doing the whole family feud thing. And, of course, on both sides, they're there. It is interesting. It is nice that there is something like that happening between what people call the bread tubers or the face cam tubers, face cam people, and the VTubers on the right. That's nice. It's good and very creative of Filian to continue doing this type of stuff. Cornelia is an ex-member now. Well, she used to be a member of Nijisanji ID as Zaya Cornelia. Today, now she is Pudding Time at It's Pudding Time on Twitter. She is here on her YouTube channel, and she recently has had her Live 2D fully out there. Of course, she's had her intro and things like that out there, and just, other things like that. I think she had a 3D for a bit, but or at least a little pudding thing there on the far right. Now she has her full look, which is this Live 2D debut. And she also has, of course, as you can see here, Twitch. Let's take a look at her Live 2D. She is also, from what I hear, the Spice Family ID, thanks to my community who let me know. Spice Family ID. She also is the Anya Forger for that in Indonesia. And this is, of course, her intro here.
Berani aku main sama orang. Selalu kalau main game tuh sendiri gitu ya. Makanya aku grow up with JRPG.
And this was her old one here. Bottom right was her thing. Bottom right was her thing, and that was her pudding format. So yeah, that was the way that she was before, of course. And it is good to see that she's come back, that she's fully active, has been doing things on Twitch, doing things on Twitter, doing things on of course over here in It's Pudding Time, doing all those things there. Really, really do love it. Really, really glad that this was able to be done by her, and that she is now moving forward with what she wants to do. Roboco, and I wanted to show the balloons because I love these balloons. Roboco is a member, one of the early members of Hololive JP, of course. They have had their birthday recently. And of course, with their birthday came the announcement of a new look, as you can see here. Kind of like a Chinese New Year Chinese look. And or karate type of, whatever type of look you want to call it. Unveiling the new costume, welcome to Hello Bowl Restaurant. After 2 years, 3D full body singing live. The guests are Elizabeth, Calliope, Laplas, Ryokusen, and Haruchan. Which you can see here, all of them there. It is absolutely awesome that she had them right there. Let's take a look at what she did. Yep, it's a whole Chinese pagoda type of look. It's a full on Oh god, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. They actually used her as a live 2D walking portrait. Oh my god, this is hilarious. But they had to move around. It's freaking hilarious, man. I freaking love that. She's doing a lot of different songs. I will say this. I do like the outfits and the fact that they have some shining parts. Laplas with the purple, Roboco with the pink, and Callie with the hot pink, I would call it, I guess. Like, this is like kind of a more pastel pink, I think. And this is like a hot pink. So I like that. I like that. Very nice. And here's the new outfit. I guess that would be a more neon pink. I think that's what it is, yeah. Very cute. I love the new outfit.
エリザベスが 3D モデル出ることを僕待ってるからベスでも一緒に歌えてすごい楽しかったありがとうねみんな
And here is with the other guests.
ねえ見てリュウちゃん
And of course, they, as with anything, they'll have friends outside of their agencies. They'll have friends in various places, which is why I'm glad that they showed Interesting how they have them just in the silhouette. It's a very unique way of doing it. Very unique way of doing it, which isn't bad. I'm glad they have this freaking. And of course, males from Nijisanji or any other company, like I mentioned, it doesn't really matter at this point. It's like I know some people are gonna be like, oh my god, a male on there. No, it's just they're friends. A lot of these people have been friends outside of the company. Thanks to collabs that they've done, they've become friends as well.
呼びました。ここが決めたの。うん。そうなんだ。高性能でしょ？すごい高性能。さすが。めでたいんだ。
And this is of course the other one I believe over here, which is Haruchan Ryokusen. Those are the two extras on the bottom left here, and the one in the I'm not knowing of everybody, and I apologize for that. is the one here, the more golden-haired version here. So they stayed behind the silhouette, which is interesting. It's an interesting design choice. And what are they having here? More as well. That's actually kind of cool. And of course, her goods, her birthday goods are going to be around and stuff like that. Other things that she's announcing. An actual glass. Looks like a plush as well. And of course, a voice note. So all of those things are now available. And if you're in the US, and you have tariffs to worry about, they have been lowered at least a bit more recently. So you have a little bit less of an issue. So it's very nice. Overall, very nice. Very glad to be able to show this to you guys. Wanted to cover all of it because as you know, I always do. Because I like giving as many, whether it be a Niji one, a Hololive one. I have tamed myself compared to how I was before. I was way too much on one side, way too much critical of people. And now I'm more critical of the agencies, which is where it is deserved. And I've been like that for at least 6 months of the whole year I've been doing this. No, actually more. I try to be more critical of the company, but sometimes people get caught in the crossfire, and I do apologize for that in the past. But right now, I do like to give them the what they deserve, which is some time and effort on my part to make sure I am as unbiased as I possibly can be. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, forms, types, everything in between, in order to make it a more wonderful place for VTubers and raise everybody up instead of tearing them down. Today, we're talking about Kitsuaisu, partner pushing. Let's take a look at them here. Aisu here, come check me out. I game terribly. Same thing here. I always game terribly. Let's take a look at their gaming.
Oh, limited time claim. Let's grab it. Let's grab it. Hold on. Hold on. And we got it, baby. We got it.
Symbiote Boogie. Yeah, I remember that. That was when it first started. Yep. That was that was the special one for the symbiote. Kitsuaisu as well has a YouTube channel that you can see here. And of course, they do take a look at sus gamer terms, other things like that. They have little portions here where they do specific videos on this. And they also have, of course, their shorts, which they also put out. Thank you so much, Kitsuaisu, for allowing me to showcase you on my channel. I do hope this helps you in some way. 24! 24 this time!
Elements dance. Overflowing with energy.
I need to eat.
Good.
Okay. What the fuck happened there? Fucked if I know. Fucked if I... How did I beat him? How the fuck did that happen? How did I beat him? Why did he just blow up? Why did he show me his crotch before he blew up? Why did he just go, before he blew up? I don't know. Like, what the heck happened there? He just straight up just, like, thrust it in my general direction, and then he decided to blow up. What the fuck? He made me pregante, and I wasn't even asking for it. Thank you so much for watching. That is all the news that we have for today. Please let me know down below if you want to know any more news or if you have any comments regarding anything that you saw here, which I will try my best to respond to. I love seeing your comments down below. Of course, as well, like and subscribe to the channel. That will give you more information every single day. I do 2 videos a day, so hopefully you enjoy.